To another edition of the Eagles Nest. We have a great show lined up for you tonight. Mike Baggerman is on sports updates. Brian Mazurowski comes in to give us a eulogy of the women's field hockey team, and we bring back our Make the Grade segment. And Brett Gendra is bringing you Brockport Sports by the numbers. All this and more coming up on the Eagles Nest. Welcome into the first segment of the show tonight, Making the Grade, where we're the teachers and you're the students, so listen up. We'll start off with men's soccer, and the offense this year has been doing pretty well. What grade do you give them, B-Maz?
What are we talking about? The goalkeeper, the offense?
The offense.
The offense. You have to give them a B+. They're getting the job done. Not blowing any teams out of the waters by any stretch of the means, but, hey, if you're winning, you're winning. So they're scoring enough goals to win, so you have to give them a B+.
All right, and the defense for this men's soccer team has been pretty unbeatable all year. Only 8 goals giving up against them in 18 games, under half a goal a game. So I'm giving this Brockport defense a 100% A+, and we'll switch it over to Joe Marino. We all know he's been terrific all season, B-Maz. What grade do we have to give him?
A, and then I'm drawing a bunch of pluses until I run out of space on the paper. He's been record-setting for Brockport, 11 shutouts this year.
All right, and we'll switch it over to a little less of a great story. Brockport hockey really struggling so far this season, and they're 0-4 right now, and the offense has been struggling. Only 8 goals so far in 4 games this season, but there has been one lone bright spot. James Cody has had a hand in 7 of the team's 8 goals, so I guess I'll give him a D, I suppose, and we'll let you take the defense.
Well, the defense not doing so good. I believe the number is they've let in
23 goals.
23 goals in 4 games.
Yes.
F.
All right, and we'll finish it off with Oliver Wren, the goalkeeper for these Golden Eagles, has been really struggling due to the poor defensive play. And so far, has a .882 save percentage and 5.07 goals against a game. So I hate to do it, but I'm going to have to give him a F+. He's a little bit better than defense, but he's not getting much help out there.
F+.
F+?
I've never seen that grade before, but I'm willing to put it on there.
All right, we'll send it to a break, and when we come back, we'll have more of the Eagles Nest.
Hey folks, I got a surprise for you. ATV towels.
For when your college TV diet spills into boredom, the plain program won't soak up your laughs like the fun-driven program of ATV. Watch this side-by-side comparison.
ATV, the laughter picker-upper. It's upside down.
Welcome back to the Eagles Nest. I'm Mike Baggerman with your Golden Eagles sports update. The Brockport football team continued their losing ways against Montclair State as they fell 27-22. Quarterback Joe Scabilia rushed for a game-high 139 yards with 3 touchdowns. The defense showed up in the second half and held the Red Hawks scoreless, but their first half woes put Brockport too far back. Brockport is now 2-7 overall on the year and 2-6 in the NJAC. After defeating Fredonia in the SUNYAC semifinals, the Brockport men's soccer team was getting ready to take the SUNYAC championship, and the only opponent they had in the way was Plattsburgh. The game went into penalty kicks, and even though the Golden Eagles hit their first 3, they couldn't hold the lead, and Plattsburgh took the SUNYAC championship 5-4. The men's soccer team earned an at-large bid, though, and will still appear in the NCAA tournament. They'll be taking on NYU at 5 p.m. on November 12th at New Jersey Institute of Technology in Newark, New Jersey. Over to the women's side, and after an 8-8 season, the women's soccer team has earned an ECAC bid. The two-time defending champs earned a number 5 seed, and they'll be taking on New Jersey City University, who had a 14-7 record this season and is seeded 4th in the ECAC tournament. The field hockey team made it back to the postseason this year, but they faced a tough task in Geneseo. The Knights were just too tough for the Brockport team, and despite sophomore goalie Casey Schreiner's 7 saves, the Golden Eagles offense didn't show up, and they fell 3-0, ending the field hockey season. 3 of Brockport's own were named to the SUNYAC teams. Freshman midfielder Jessica Blind and sophomore midfielder Jackie Massoni were both named first-team All-SUNYAC, while freshman defender Gina Stefan made it to the second-team All-SUNYAC. Over to the wrestling team, as freshman Chester Demanchik had a 7-4 overtime victory to win the 133-pound weight class in Eastern Michigan. 6 wrestlers for Brockport earned place finishes along with Demanchik at the Open Tournament. Brockport will host their first home tournament at 10 a.m. on Saturday. Women's volleyball wrapped up their season, and senior Christy Strantz and junior Kelly Nowak each were named to the first-team All-State University of New York Athletic Conference squad. Strantz set a season and career high with 24 kills during a 4-set win over Oswego and posted 10 matches with double-figure kills. Strantz's 268 kills were second most on the team, and she also led the team with 71 blocks. Nowak led the Golden Eagles with 315 kills and posted double-digit kill totals in 15 matches, including 7 of Brockport's final 9 matches. And finally, the men's ice hockey team can't catch a break. Their latest game was an 8-2 debacle against Morrisville. The ice hockey team is still winless on the season despite the solid play from junior James Cody, who had a goal and an assist against Morrisville. The ice hockey team's next game is on the road at Buff State. That game can be heard live and exclusive on 89.1 The Point, with the pregame show starting at 6:45. With your Brockport Sports Update, I'm Mike Baggerman. We'll send it back to Ryan Gates for more of the Eagles Nest.
Thanks, Mike. Right now, we'll send it right over to Brett Gendra, who will take a look at Brockport Sports by the numbers.
I'm Brett Gendra, and yes, it's that time again to take a look at Golden Eagle Sports by the numbers. Tonight, we will start with 2, because the 2-time ECAC defending champs, Brockport Women's Soccer, just earned a bid into the ECAC tournament. After going 8-8 overall, they earned the 5th seed in the bracket and will face number 4, New Jersey City University, Wednesday. In order for Brockport to advance, they'll need to rely on their first half offense. Of the 35 goals they've scored this season, 20 have come in the first half and helped them nab an early lead. 20 reminds me of a big number 20 on the men's hockey team, James Cody, who's gotten points on 7 of the team's 8 goals this year. The men's hockey team has been struggling despite James Cody being able to successfully put up those numbers. Starting off the season 0-4, the team's been. Most recently, they had a loss 8-2 to Morrisville, and the team is eager to learn from and forget that game and move on. The team's allowed 23 goals in the last 4 games, 4 in the first period, 8 in the second period, and a striking 11 in the third period. Their late-game defensive struggles seem to be the opposite of tonight's match for number 11, the men's soccer team. Men's soccer and Joe Marino, who have 11 shutouts on the season. The men's soccer team, who went 13-2-3 overall this year and fell just short of a SUNYAC championship. They lost 2-1 after penalty kicks in the final game and have earned an at-large bid to the NCAA tournament. They will face NYU, who is 11-2-4 on the season, November 12th in the first round. One of those 2 teams will grab their 3rd loss of the season. Joe Marino will search for his record-setting 12th shutout of the season, and their offense looks to continue to be led by Jamie Crum, who scored 7 goals on 22 shots on goal. 22 is where we'll hit our last team for the night, and that's men's football, who scored 22 points in their last contest, which was a 7th loss of the season because Montclair State put up 27 against them. Despite the team averaging 370.4 yards of offense per game, 10 yards per catch, and 474.4 all-purpose yards per game, the team has just been able to put up 2 wins. I believe this team is better than their record states they've been. They've been in some close games, and I believe they can grab their 3rd win of the season this weekend, where they're going to end, and I think they will win the I-90 Bowl. That's this Saturday versus Buff State on campus. Be here 1 o'clock. I'm Brett Gendra. That was some Golden Eagle Sports by the numbers.
Thanks, Brett. We'll send to a break right now, but stick around for more of the Eagles Nest.
I get a little aggressive. I just gotta steady myself before the show.
Brian tends to get a little violent. He doesn't likes to hit things. It's a little dangerous around here.
And join us next time on the Eagles Nest. Awesome! Sport! Yeah! That's what I'm talking about!
Welcome back to the Eagles Nest. We'll kick it to our final segment now, as Brian Mazurowski has some very sad news.
We gather here this evening to eulogize the Brockport field hockey team. After only 2 wins in 2009, they couldn't really go anywhere but up. And that's right where they went, matching that 2-win total in just 5 games. 2 wins, of course, wouldn't be enough, though. And they knew this. Brockport finished with an 8-11 record that was far better than their previous effort. However, a 2-4 record in conference meant that Brockport was the low woman on the totem pole in the first ever SUNYAC field hockey postseason tournament. It was there they went up against a tough Geneseo team who entered the contest with a 15-game winning streak that even Bill Goldberg would be proud of. In the end, it was Brockport who was next for Geneseo, and the Golden Eagles ended their season with a 3-0 loss. It's hard to say exactly what went wrong for the field hockey team. Sure, you could point a finger to the 23 goals in 19 games, or that they only won 2 games at home, or that field hockey is a terribly confusing sport to the college crowd that they rely on for support. But all of these reasons are masked by the fact that they won more than 2 games. This team is on the rise, baby, and if they continue to multiply success the way they did this year, then I predict that next year, Brockport field hockey will be nothing less than world champions. 47 days till Christmas, Ryan.
Thank you, Brian. Can't put off that last-minute shopping anymore. That will do it for us here at the Eagles Nest. We have a bunch of people we need to thank. Brian Mazurowski for coming on to eulogize the field hockey team and putting his input on our Make the Grade segment. Mike Bagman for giving us a sports update. Brett Gendra for his By the Number segment. Brockport Sports Information Department. And 89.1 The Point. As well as you guys for tuning in. We'll send it back over for Studio A for Brockport Weekly.